going to be yet another intense exchange as the anchors prepare to receive it. Falls Church has been positioned in lane number 2. We're going to have a little bit of crisscross in the order as Abingdon. They saw this sprint coming to the finish, and they will take it just about a second ahead. And running away, trying to get away from the early leaders from Falls Church. The boys 4x4 teams emerging from their clerking assignments, getting ready to go next. It's all about the ladies to carry us home. For one final time, the bell on the girls 4x4 chimes for Abingdon, followed by Falls Church, and a great distance back to the next 3. No chance in catching Abingdon at this point, nearly 50 meters ahead. What a phenomenally executed anchor leg and relay from start to finish. They may not have emerged as the early aggressors, but they knew they'd have the guns to bring it home. Abingdon, your final winners of the girls 4x4 for 17-28. With only a select few females left to compete after these anchor legs complete their laps, because after the boys 4x4, there are no remaining girls sprint medley relays, meaning the only ladies that we've got left to compete will run in the mixed relays. If you're watching us at home, go ahead and give us a remote round of applause for all of our lady competitors. They've given us much entertainment from the 500s into our 4x4s, and the fellas are about to give us some more enticing races, setting their blocks up for the guys series. And in similar fashion, if you pull out your handy start list on Blue Ridge timing as we get a look at our compiled results, we'll revisit that topic in a moment as we look at our combined results. West Springfield with that Virginia number 1, getting deeper into the ranks. 18 teams, 430 or better. In fact, 19 if we include Highland Springs there. Hermitage, number 20 there at 433.38. But that 356.16, the big story and takeaway for Mount DeSalis. Who's going to be the big story in the boys 4x4? Let's see who our teams are as they shape up for position. Our national leading time still stands with APR, Athletic Performance Ranch, a team co-operated by Jonathan Sims. This team on the inside appears to be Dudley as they take the lead early over North Point down the backstretch, followed by West Springfield with hip number 1 in the green shorts. And then Ridge in 4th with the darker green shorts. Into the second leg goes Dudley. They're moving quick. And a correction. West Springfield, they were in the orange shorts. I should apologize. You should know that you are listening to a slightly colorblind host. My apologies on the mix-up. I've been doing my best, as has Dudley on this second leg. They're on schedule to have Derek Hicks on their lineup. They had him slated as the second leg. I wouldn't be surprised if he runs the anchor. This is Thomas. Handing over into the third leg. Good run by Ashton Thomas, the senior, on that second carry. Dudley has been running away with this. West Springfield in the white over orange. Ridge has moved into third now over North Point in the gold. 2:02 through the first kilometer of this 1,600 meter relay. Let's see how much further Dudley can push this pace. They were just outside of sub 320 land, something again that only 5 teams in the US of A have done. IMG Academy joined that club last night. Can Dudley in day number 2 of the VA Showcase? This is Derek Hicks, who ran a great 500 earlier. Just outside of the overall top standings. He has not had a lot of rest time either, so give him massive credit. And whatever time he ultimately finishes, he's earned our respect throughout this weekend. As West Springfield has moved into second, following them is North Point, that is. Down the final backstretch, all battling it out for second. Hicks battling the voices in his head, telling him to keep going. It hurts. He pushes through the pain and he's sub 320. Dudley in 3:19.60 claims US number 5 for their own and number 1 in North Carolina. .3:19.60, the official winning time. Derek Hicks with another phenomenal run at the VA Showcase. Section number 2 being given the opportunity to set its blocks. A heat of 6. We got quite a few relays still to come as we're approaching the top of the 9 o'clock hour at 8:55. 13.5 hours of coverage and counting. VA Showcase 4x4. Let's have a look at this stagger as it unwinds. Currently in favor of Phoebus with the cursive P on the front of their vests. Just below 24 flat through the first 200 meters, taking advantage early. Tallwood slotting in behind. Look out for them with the T on the rear. And then moving into third, looks like Severna Park with SP in the navy blue. Looking to round up 2 teams in the final turn. They're going to have to go 3 wide and losing a little bit of momentum as Tallwood goes by. Phoebus on the inside. Zigzagging for the exchange. Tallwood first, Severna Park second, and a 3-way battle now for third. Tallwood gaining some real cushion in the opening stages of this second leg. Beating the halfway split at 1:15 through 600 meters. Can you believe that Will Sumner's high school national record is faster than they just split there? That's the mark that Quincy Wilson wants to take down at the Milrose Games the day before Super Bowl Sunday on the 8th of February. Already having collected a national record in the mixed relay and being handed a shocking defeat in the 500. His quest to get it will surely be interesting, as will the quest in this heat to get the win between Tallwood and Severna Park. That 3-way battle for third has now become a 4-way battle, but they are well over 30 meters back from our leaders. Tallwood, another local high school looking to show us what they've got. The byproduct of all the long hours, week by week of practice in this venue. Down the back straightaway for the final time on the third leg. the Lions of Tallwood. Coming into the home straightaway with one more pass. 2:36, and Tallwood has about 2.5 seconds of cushion. They've been growing it with every lap, just showcasing their consistency and dominance. If they can break 52 on this anchor carry, then they can break the 3:30 barrier as a relay team. They're going out conservative to give themselves a chance to have a sprint coming home. Severna Park closed about 1/2 of a second in the matter of one lap, and they're gaining some more ground as they hit the final backstretch. They can see their target with 20/20 vision, but the lactic acid is starting to take over. Does Severna Park have enough? Tallwood responds in the home straightaway. The Lions come through. Look at that time. On a 51-second closer there. Severna Park, they had a quick anchor of their own. They look to have been just outside of 50 seconds as well. But Tallwood, as their Detroit counterparts, currently lead the Washington Commanders 7-3 in the Great North. Collect the win on home soil in Virginia Beach. Tallwood, 3:70 and 27.70. 0.16 seconds ahead of Severna Park. Next heat of the boys 4x4 getting ready. And lanes 1 through 6, this is heat number 3. Underway. Clean start. Trying to get a sense of what teams we've got left. We had a total of 47. Missed the invitational cut. And now, let's see who we got there on the inside with 26. We've got maybe 28, potentially Heritage, and Heritage it is. That is 28 ahead of 27 Granby. Heritage in the white top, rounding the bend. From inland Lynchburg, the Pioneers handing over first. And then second, Granby, followed by Abingdon in third. They wear hip number 24 with the Falcon block letters on the rear of their vest. So it is Heritage. I gotta say, I mentioned it earlier for the Bullis School, but I think Heritage has the best sock game going here tonight. Bullis, of course, with that long right B sock matching the rear of their uniform, but Heritage, they're just showing off the full wardrobe here on their second leg. Not only are they winning in style points, but they are winning in the overall race. Granby coming under some pressure for the number 2 spot as the third legs take over. You got a great three-way battle happening off screen for second. Abingdon flies by on the outside. They now move into second. We're going to maintain that position on the inside. 1 lap to go before the final exchange. Crowd still roaring, though not in near attendance levels as it was earlier on during the invitational window. We've still got a lot of noise and it is only intensifying. Look at this move off of screen. Heritage tying up. It's going to come down to the anchors as we got a huge surge coming from way back in the field. Look at this. We're going to have an intense anchor leg if I've ever seen one. Oh my goodness. Talk about heating up. Corinth Holders there in third. Here comes Metrolina in second. The crowd's banging on the bleachers as we've got a four-way battle. Still Heritage from Lynchburg. Metrolina looking to move before the turn. Cannot get there in time though. A four-way cavalcade coming around the turn. Heritage defense wins championships. The Pioneers take it. Metrolina second. And then a nice finish for third by the Catamounts, representing Panther Creek. Corinth Holders as well with 3:36.08, still within 2 seconds of the eventual heat winners from Heritage Lynchburg. My, oh my, was that heat dramatic. 3:34.68, winning by just under a half a second from Metrolina. They defended the win from the gun. Showcased their commitment in this 4x4. Commitment not just to the lead, but to each other. That's that team bonding factor that can make that difference. Section number 4 of the boys 4x400 meter relay. Inching closer toward our closing hour. Breaking early. That looks like a potential Eagle jersey, and it is. Douglas Bird, wearing hip number 35, has left all the teams behind. They were below 37 approximately at the 300 split. And Douglas Bird. This is a familiar sight. That's Rice Jr., who was 5th overall in the unseeded 500. Michael Rice Jr. ran the opening leg to set up his team with a sizable advantage, but as we saw in the previous heat, no lead is safe. One lap to go on the second leg. Nearly 30 meters of a gap. Let's see how much further we can push this on the second leg. That's Taylor out there for Douglas Bird. They're being reeled in significantly though. Jackson Reed in the number 3 spot. Then another two-way battle off a screen for 4th. Into the final 300 meters now of this third leg. Trying to take it out sensibly, perhaps taking notes from what Heritage did in the previous section on the anchor. Good run by Bird. That looks to be the jersey with the P. Let's see just who that is in second. Could be Highland Springs. Or let's see, they hand over to the anchor first. That is Ardrey Kell. Hansen on third leg with a great game changer. And it's now in the hands of the anchors. In fact, this is Potomac Falls with hip number 40. See, The thing that threw us off was that massive 4 in comparison to that minuscule 0 on the hip numbers, but now that we've got it straight, it is Potomac Falls, it is Bird in second, and then in third still Jackson Reed. The third legs and the anchors have been the real difference makers in these 4x4s. And running us home is Manfredi from Potomac Falls with a lead at the line. Was he below 3:30? Jackson Reed gets second. Potomac Falls at 3:30.47. Section number 5 on our way in the boys 4x4. Coming down to the wire, this should be our last group of teams if we're continuing in that order of increasing hip number. A lot of teams were entered that are not running in these seedings, and so we're going to let our eyes do the talking for us. This is hip number 44. This is indeed Ardrey Kell taking over the lead early on the cut-in. Behind them, hip 47, there is Rock Ridge. A great 1-2 battle between our opening legs, and even a good 3-4 battle coming into frame between our next two teams. Taking off just below 56 at the start, finish crossing. Rock Ridge with 15-20 on Ardrey Kell. And the both of them with 40-50 on the next two. This is all about Rock Ridge running low 25s. In fact, I would say low 24s through the first 200. That's incredible pacing being made as they took it at right around 56 flat. That's a 38 and change for the 300, but they're starting to be reeled in after that early hot pace. Here comes AK. Locked and loaded. Let's see if they've got some gunners on these anchor legs. This back half, that is, the third leg's on the track right now. Anchor legs will get it in around 350 meters time for our leaders who love that early aggressive strategy. As all four teams are now on their penultimate runners. Lining up next in the chute, I see a couple of our final females that'll be running in the mixed relays to come after the conclusion of this final 4x4 boys. Anchor legs on the track, ready to receive the stick. Willing their teammates closer to them. Interesting strategy by the outgoing runners by Rock Ridge. Barely moving at all before they take the baton, but hey, that ensures a safe pass, no movement required, no distractions, no need for doing two things at the same time. Why bother multitasking if you just don't need to? They're still moving incredibly quick out there. Holding that lead over Ardrey Kell, 310 high at the bell. AK trying to hide either way, ever closer to the leaders. From gun to present, As third place currently being held by Kent Island. They've won their race within the race, but the overall race and final boys 4x4 goes to Rock Ridge. Rock Ridge coming from Ashburn, Virginia. Annual home of the Washington Commanders training camp. The site where it all begins to facilitate playoff runs like the one that they are currently putting on in a defensive bout with the Detroit Lions in the divisional round. Their hometown residents from Rock Ridge High School out of Ashburn will get the win to close out a thrilling series of boys 4x4s. Out come the mixed relays for the final time. And I'm not seeing that many teams out there. In fact, only one team running a mixed 4x4. Ladies and gentlemen, do you like time trials? Well, you are in the right place. Here on Mile Split and FloTrack at the VA Showcase, Carson Gambaro. Happy to announce that we are doing time trials at this year's edition of the greatest indoor track meet in the land. We have got one team donning hip number 4 that will run out of a block start for this mixed 4x400 meter relay. That will be the Field School out of our nation's capital. And if you look at their raw start list, this is a funny little nugget here. On Blue Ridge Timing, the runner orders are listed by last name only. And so if you look at the first 2 legs for the Field School, they actually spell out the first and last name of the 22nd and 24th United States President, Grover Cleveland. Getting into the blocks for their time trial mixed relay. Could they challenge the Bullis School's 3:22.94 national record? Let's find out, shall we? It's all up to the Field School to get it done. One of the many powerhouses from the DMV in the heart of DC. It's been confirmed that this is actually Atkins on the starting line, so disregard everything I said about the Field School. We are focusing on Atkins. A school hailing from Winston-Salem, North Carolina. They're your lone team out there. And they're going to be running female-male for the first 2 legs. We'll see what order they go in from there, handing over at 63. And so Atkins, with no official listed runners, we'll have to look at their roster to see who we're working with, courtesy of NC Runners Mile Split. This is Drew Purrier, the sophomore, running second leg, the first of 2 male legs. He came in a PR for the 300 last night in 38:25. Looking to see what he can do in the 400, grit in his teeth. He's going to come through in a high 52. Well done, Drew. Whose PR the 400 prior to this was a 54:28. Technically will stand as his official raw 400 meter PR. But Drew, with a running start, boy, oh boy, that's going to give him some confidence to attack that 52-second barrier for reals. We've got two sisters, in fact, running the female legs here. Onyi and Ogechi Ezeyigbo. This is the second of the two sisters. Onyi, the younger of the two, a junior, and Ogechi, a senior. Going to be handing off for the final time in the penultimate race at day 2 of the VA Showcase. Almost done with the high school window, as it's all USATF club comp from here. One final leg, the anchor for Atkins from Winston-Salem. Running a complete time trial in this mixed relay. They would need to close this last 300 in less than 10 seconds if they would like to break Bullis's national record, which is humanly impossible. So unfortunately that has gone out the window, but we're gonna see what they can accomplish. Looking to go below 4 minutes here. 3:25 on the clock as the bell chimes once. And onto the final back straightaway goes Atkins. Giving it everything they've got. This is Jeremiah Young. In fact, this was a great run here. To the line, 3:54 with a big lean at the end. That is Saliu Niang, the anchor leg. Looked like Young on his vest again. They didn't have any official scheduled runners. He came back after a 36:59 in the 300 last night. So a lot of these guys coming back after PR performances and throwing down one more for their team. 51:87, the official winning time. In fact, the official PR of Saliu Niang. The anchorman who brought Atkins home for the win in 3:54 for the mixed relay. And now the grand finale of day number 2 of the Virginia Showcase. Bringing you home from the Sports Center in Virginia Beach. It'll be down to James River in 4 and McKinley Tech in 5. Running 2:248. Let's have some fun and close it out. Watch the exchanges. Those will be crucial. Potentially game-changing on this 3-bend stagger. Midlothian looking to make up that ground within 2 bends of 3. They've got to stay in their lanes come the exchanges. Going for a quick turnaround after a blind acceleration. Midlothian will cut in first. But McKinley Tech, they've got the full head of steam coming around the outside. And right up alongside as they hand over to the third legs, but keep in mind, interior position is often crucial. Around this second bend on this 400-meter leg, chasing each other to an epic 1-2 race. This is exactly how we want to end the evening. Less than a lap to go. McKinley Tech, who's had to bide its time, is creeping up on the outside. Can they get to the rail this time around? Not just yet. They may have to wait until the anchor leg to pass. It just so happens that their anchor has one of the most legendary last names that you can have as a distance runner on schedule, and that is Haile Selassie, almost akin to the great Haile Gebrselassie from Ethiopia. Let's see if he can bide his time in second. On the stick for James River is Mr. Madison. He's got 4 laps to run, trying to run away. Sprint medley relay, such a unique way to end a night of track and field. Justin Madison, who's narrowly outside of 2 flat at his best. Dropped his PR to a 2:01.65 in mid-May back in outdoors. And here with 400 meters to go indoors, he's got a commanding advantage. McKinley Tech coming from our nation's capital in DC, trying to make a late rally. Courtesy of Fikriyab Haile Selassie. And another senior being tasked with carrying his team home. But it is the senior out front for James River Midlothian. Justin Madison, the final torchbearer on the final backstretch. With less than 100 meters to go, looking to cap off a day of 3 national records and several phenomenal